Mars in Fiction. From H.G. Wells to Elon Musk. Intro. Look up at the night sky. See that little red dot? That's Mars. For thousands of years, it's been more than just a planet. It's been a god of war, a warning, a dream. And in the last 150 years, Mars has become something even bigger, the ultimate stage for our imagination. From alien invasions to space princesses, to Elon Musk and SpaceX rockets. This is the story of Mars in fiction, and how those fictions might just become reality. 1. Mars, the red mystery. Before we even had telescopes, Mars had a reputation. It was red, blood red. The Romans named it after their god of war. Other cultures saw it as a bad omen. So, Mars has always carried a sense of danger. It was never just a planet. 2. H.G. Wells changes everything. Jump to 1898. A man named H.G. Wells writes The War of the Worlds. And boom, suddenly Mars isn't just a dot in the sky. It's a threat. Martians invade Earth, death rays. Giant machines, cities in flames. Readers were terrified. And here's the genius part. Wells was making a point. Britain was an empire. But what if they were the ones invaded? The book flipped the script and cemented Mars as the home of intelligent and terrifying aliens. 3. The Adventure Years. Edgar Rice Burroughs. But not everyone saw Mars as a nightmare. In 1912, Edgar Rice Burroughs gave us A Princess of Mars. Here, Mars was exotic, exciting, a wild frontier. John Carter, the hero, fights monsters, jumps across deserts, and falls in love with a Martian princess. It was romance, action, sci-fi fantasy at its best, and it inspired generations of kids, and later, filmmakers. 4. The Day America Freaked Out. Fast forward to 1938. A young guy named Orson Welles puts on a radio drama of the War of the Worlds, but he makes it sound like breaking news. Martians have landed in New Jersey. People panicked. Some really thought the invasion had started. Phones rang non-stop. Chaos. That night proved one thing. Mars stories had power. The kind of power that could shake entire cities. 5. Little Green Men and Cold War Fear. By the 1950s, little green men from Mars were everywhere. Comics, cartoons, pulp magazines. But here's the twist. They weren't just aliens, they were symbols. During the Cold War, Martians represented the other, the unknown enemy. The fear of invasion. Mars wasn't just science fiction. It was a mirror of human paranoia. 6. Ray Bradbury brings the poetry. Then came Ray Bradbury. In 1950, he published The Martian Chronicles. Instead of war, his Mars was quiet, poetic, haunting. It was about humans moving to Mars and bringing their hopes and their mistakes. Bradbury wasn't asking, "Are there Martians?" He was asking, "What happens to us when we leave Earth?" For the first time, Mars had a soul. 7. The space age kills the fantasy and creates a new one. The 1960s, NASA sends probes. The first photos of Mars arrive, and guess what? No canals, no princesses, no civilizations, just rocks and sand. For many, it was a disappointment. The dream of alien Mars was dead. But then, a new dream was born. Writers started asking, what if we colonize it ourselves, terraforming, domes, cities in the dust? Mars became not the home of aliens, but the next home for us. 8. Mars becomes epic again. In the 1990s, Kim Stanley Robinson released the Mars trilogy. It's massive. Red Mars, Green Mars, Blue Mars, a deep dive into how humans might actually terraform the planet, politics, ecology, power struggles. Meanwhile, Hollywood gave us blockbusters, from Total Recall to The Martian, where Matt Damon literally grows potatoes in Martian soil. And people loved it, because unlike fantasy worlds, Mars feels real. You can actually imagine going there. 9. Elon Musk, turning fiction into reality. And now, we arrive at Elon Musk. This guy grew up reading sci-fi. And instead of just dreaming, he started building rockets. SpaceX is already testing Starship, a vehicle designed to carry people to Mars, not just astronauts. Hundreds of people, colonists. It sounds insane. But here's the kicker, science fiction has always sounded insane. Until it didn't. 10. Why Mars hooks us. So why Mars? Why not Jupiter or Neptune? Because Mars is just close enough. It's dangerous, but not impossible. Deadly, but maybe survivable. And every Mars story is really a story about us. Fears of invasion, dreams of adventure, hope for a second chance. Mars is the blank canvas where we paint our biggest what-ifs. Outrow. So from H.G. Wells' Death Rays, to Burroughs' Space Princesses, to Bradbury's haunting poetry, to Elon Musk's rockets on the launch pad, Mars has always been more than a planet. It's our fears, our hopes, our future. And maybe one day, when the first human sets foot on the red sand, we'll realize something. That story began a long time ago. In our imagination. Until then, keep looking up. Because Mars is watching.